Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is DL and welcome back to another Soul Knight video. This video will be covering 3 reasons why the assault shotgun is underrated. Let's get right into it. Enjoy. Assault shotgun is a white class shotgun weapon that is fairly easy to craft. It's got a feature that bursts 2 rounds simultaneously but takes a bit longer to reload. This makes it absolutely unique in the shotgun class since nothing else has this feature. That brings us to the first reason why this weapon is freaking underrated, is that it's got a freaking high damage to mana cost ratio. The mana cost is relatively low and it doesn't sacrifice the damage that much, although it might be just on the lower side of attack speed. The 2-round burst makes it very high in damage. If you got good buffs or even got the Berserker statue, you can deal up to 100 or just, a decent 60 damage when you're trying to attack those big hitbox enemies. It definitely holds the highest damage in all the white class shotgun weapons. Since most shotguns have an average cost of 3 to 4 or sometimes 5 costs, this weapon can shoot out 2 bursts simultaneously for the cost of 1, making it very cost efficient. Being cost efficient makes the weapon much more fun to play in normal mode, since you can hold down the attack button and just burst to hell. I still don't understand why they put the 2-round burst feature in the assault shotgun, not the normal shotgun, because you load shells from the shell tube, you pump once, you shoot once, that's the assault shotgun. But with normal shotguns, you load in 2 shells. I don't care. This is not accurate to real life, but that definitely makes this weapon a lot better, a lot more cost efficient, and a lot better feeling since you can burst in a short amount of time more and deal more damage. Since with shotguns, you want to burst more. Second reason, why I put this as the second reason, I feel like this is much more dominant than the low cost, high damage ratio. I don't know, but I think this is just like half of my personal preference. This weapon has a pretty predictable attack pattern and beefy bullets that can basically hit enemies even if they're like a meter off of them. And that is a definite pro for the assault shotgun. One of the selling points for railguns is that it got a pretty big attack radius and the projectile is super large so it can hit multiple enemies at once. This is sort of the case with the assault shotgun. It shoots out round bullets instead of these little, stick ones, and they have a higher chance of hitting your enemies or just hitting targets more since it got a bigger hitbox and it's more likely to dip on the enemy's hitbox to deal damage. And I've had a recent accident with this weapon where I hit 2 enemies at the same time with a single bullet. I don't know how, but it just happened. And also, the attack pattern is very nice. I typically like these kind of attack patterns, like the Dorman Bubble Machine, where it kind of is random. The bullet speed kind of looks different, but it's not always. It's just very satisfying to play around with. And this is, Soul Knight is a game about fun because, it's a 2D God view player shooter and it's got auto aim. It's basically how fun the weapon is and makes up all of your gameplay. And I freaking love this weapon for its, attack pattern and bullet size. It makes this weapon just much more fun to play, even though it might not be the best of the attack patterns or the best of the damage. And that is my second reason. This is probably as my opinion as you can get on a reason why, but the next one is going to be better. The next one is that it gets buffed by one of the most obscure buffs in the entire game. You know what that buff is. It's the combo hit buff. The combo hit buff is, I don't understand the full use of it. The combo hit buff is pretty, underrated. The entire buff is underrated. So it buffs the kind of weapons that have a combo hit. And you know what this top shotgun has? He has a combo hit. That means if you have the combo hit buff, the burst rounds will be 3. That makes this weapon literally one of the best weapons in the game. This is as much of a buff as the shotgun buff on Shotgun M3 or Cherry Blossom. It makes this weapon just like an entire tier better than what it's at right now. So this weapon being buffed at one of the most obscure buffs in the entire game definitely makes this weapon a lot more viable, since it makes your buff selections a little bit more viable. And it's also a good choice to pick up shotgun buff and also other stuff. And Berserker statue also works extremely great with this weapon. It's just a pretty good weapon that can get buffed by a pretty good number of buffs, and the most obscure buff, the combo hit buff. And I think that is a dominant pro, or a dominant reason why this weapon is super underrated, but nobody uses it. I still have no idea why. It's got such a great feeling to it, and also it's got pretty high damage, good burst in a short amount of time, good energy conservation. That is all I'm going to say about this amazing weapon. Please give it a go, and that's going to be it for today's video. I'm going to put up some more gameplay because I love my gameplay, and I want the 10-minute mark for more, I don't have ad revenue, don't talk to me. I want more views, and so I'm going to put the gameplay up if you want to see it. Okay, goodbye. Have a nice day. The next video is probably going to be a overrated weapon, and I'm having a lot of ideas on it. Goodbye. Also, I did loop the song, you heard it. This song is one of the best songs I've come across in a few months, and I just want you guys to hear it. It's Space Invaders by Teminite, I don't know, and MDK. It's one of the best songs I've heard, and I just looped it again. For real though, I need to go. Goodbye.
Ships of an alien source are approaching from the sky. Radio contact has been attempted but cannot be established. Instructions are to prepare for an attack by an unknown enemy.
As far as the eye can see, a plague on the surface, a disgusting swarm in the skies. With a crash of thunder, a new demon appears. Unfurling its rotten wings, it lets out a petrifying scream.